Good day, stock market traders and investors. This is Total Investor, and on this YouTube investment channel, what we do is that we look for trading opportunities in stocks, commodities, and sometimes even crypto. And that means that we go looking for certain trading patterns that could be either bullish or bearish. Unfortunately, this week looks like I've got a lot of bearish charts simply because the market in general is looking bearish. Please keep in mind that everything that I say today should be thought of as educational purposes only and should not be thought of as financial advice. Okay. Please, if you have not done so, subscribe to this channel. Just click on the subscribe button and YouTube will notify you whenever a new video is posted. And please watch this entire video from beginning to end. Okay. First chart that I have is the S&P 500, the spiders, which is SPY. I've shown this chart several times already. In case if you missed it, what we have, what I drew here is a triangle where the prices are converging. It finally broke on the downside, came back up and tested that same level again, and that was strong resistance. Came right back down and broke its previous low. So we've got a lot of negative out there on this particular chart. Lots of red here at the end. The RSI, touched 50, didn't quite make it, didn't have what it needed. Came right back down to the 29 level. So I mean, there's lots of bearishness here, including even like both moving averages. The stock is below both moving averages, and both moving averages are turning down. Okay, this is somewhat similar to the QQQs, the Nasdaq. Again, prices converging, breaks to the downside. 3 red candle days, not good. So it's below the support level, below both moving averages, and the RSI, into bearish territory. Nothing good there. Next, we got the Dow Industrials. This one is a 3-year chart, so it just gives you an idea. As to, I just want to show you like a more intermediate term time frame. From the bottom here, in I believe this was October of 22, came right back up. I've got an uptrend line, touched it a couple times, and early last month it broke through, and it's just been breaking down ever since then. The stock is now below both moving averages, and of course the RSI broke below 50. We're now in bearish territory. So regardless of the index, whether it's the S&P, the Nasdaq, or the Dow Industrials, it's all bearish. Same, with a short-term or intermediate-term time frame, bearish. Not a whole lot you can do with that. So I'm just going to go through some charts. Most of them will be bearish. If you own some of them, keep that in mind. And then I've got, I think, 2 that hold some promise. Okay, so stick around. First one, Apple. Obviously, it is below both moving averages here. The stock, we've got some strong support from before at around 167 it is. I believe we might have a little bit of a bounce. Hopefully we'll get more than just a bounce on Monday. We'll see what that can, can happen after that. But, RSI down in bearish territory. Overall, still bearish, but we've got a slight chance that it could bounce back up, but the general market has to turn around. Okay, Apple, AAPL. Next is Amazon, one of the few big stocks that has a slight chance. After it broke through the downtrend line here back in a couple of months ago, had a nice move up, but it's been really struggling as of late. Last week we got some news, and that gave the stock a little bit of a bounce. We are just above the 50 level. We're at 51 on the RSI, above the intermediate term time moving average, but below the short term one. So this is sort of like neutral. I think that if we've got the market as a whole turning around, this will be one of the stronger plays of the big market cap stocks. So we just wait and see. We had, again, good news on last week, and that's what so we had a little bit of a bounce here from the floor. The next floor, if it doesn't make it, will be this moving average at around 113, give or take, Amazon. Bank America, BAC, since they made it that high back in early of 22, it's been downhill ever since from, what's that level, around $50. Getting close to that downtrend line, touched it again a couple of months ago, and just making new lows. Still below the downtrend line, that's bearish. Both moving averages sloping downwards. Stock is below both of them. That's bearish. We did fill in this particular gap. However, if you look further out on a larger time frame, you'll still see that there's still more room on the downside for this particular stock. RSI, bearish territory. So until this proves itself, it looks like bearishness for Bank America. Embraer Empresa Brasilia, ERJ. This is the 6-month stock chart time frame. Had a terrible day on Friday. That is a bearish engulfing pattern. Not looking good. Covered several days worth of trades just on that one day. It broke below the 50 on the RSI. The stock is now below both moving averages. So on the 6-month, not looking good. If you bring it out to the 3-year, still bearish. Same reasons, below both moving averages, and the RSI is also in bearish territory. So regardless of time frame, the stock is bearish. Ford Motor Company, F is stock symbol. Strong support at around $11 going back from 3 years. This is a 3-year chart. Hit the support several times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then finally, 7th, which is this week, after news came out, it broke straight through, right down, and it closed near the lows of the day. Not good. Below both moving averages. Both of them are trending down, below support. And the RSI hitting, 29, well below, into bearish, still into bearishness for quite some time. So nothing really good to say about Ford. Again, if you go further, same thing. Nothing good to say on that. The economy really has to improve. Interest rates have to fall, which I don't think that they will, to improve consumers' spending. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. So that's why you're getting this pattern. So that's Ford. Next, Alphabet or Google, G-O-O-G, my mistake. This is a 3-year chart. Just looked from March. We made a low here. I drew an upper trend line. We're touched it several times, and a trend line above the price levels. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you is an ascending triangle, which is a bearish triangle. Bearish wedge. Okay, so we're getting convergence. It's moving upwards. However, it's not showing up in the RSI. Okay, it broke through as of last week. The stock is now, so it broke the trend line, broke out of the triangle, broke below the short-term moving average. The RSI broke below 50, and it was on pretty good volume too. So lots of bearishness with Google. Next level of support will be this previous low here, and then the moving average, and then we'll just take it one step at a time. But for now, not looking good on Google or Alphabet. Finally, I've got 2 stocks left that are looking half decent, maybe even a little bit better than half decent. The first one is NerdWallet, NRDS. It's a stock symbol. This had a from this low here, the stock, down to the new low. We've got obviously lower lows between the stock price. However, the RSI is actually a little bit higher. So we've got a little bit of a bullish divergence going on here. We finally broke. So that meant that, we could be ending the downtrend line. It looks like we may have done so as of the end of the week. Or actually as of Friday. Friday's trading when it broke through the downtrend line from here, and it's above both moving averages. It did it on massive volume compared to what is normal trading volume. So that's a big plus. And the RSI broke not only its downtrend line, but we're above 50. So that is looking good for a change. One of the very few that is looking good. That's again NerdWallet. And finally, another stock that looks half decent, Vale or Vale, depending on how you want to pronounce it, VALE. This one is a 3-year chart. I've got strong support at just above $12 a share. Hit it several times here and even just recently. So not too much on the downside if you get in and you put in your stop. But I think it's holding some promise from here. It made a top at just above $19. Drew a downtrend line, and we are pretty much at the downtrend line right now, so it won't take much to break through. The RSI pretty much at the downtrend line. We're at 48. It won't take much to break 50, and so that could be a buy very soon. We are above the short-term moving average, so everything is set to become a buy with some good price of the underlying commodities, because this is a mine, so you got to look at the underlying commodity as well. So if we get this movement in really all the mines, this should be a good mover from 13.5. There's no way to say this thing could eventually be maybe not a double, but at least pretty close to that if we get a move in commodities. Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, it would be longer term, not overnight. It's a big company, but certainly something to be on your watch list. Okay, so that is it for today. Thank you for joining me. Again, please subscribe to the channel, a big thumbs up, and a comment if you can. Having said that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Take care.